The Neil Peart story is far more complicated than most people realize, extending well beyond his reputation as one of the greatest drummers in rock history. To fans, Peart is often defined by technical brilliance, intricate rhythms, and intellectual lyrics. But behind that public image was a deeply private, constantly evolving individual whose life was shaped as much by struggle and reflection as by musical achievement. Neil Peart's journey was never about instant success. Before fame, he endured rejection, isolation, and years of obscurity while chasing his vision of becoming a serious musician. When he finally joined Rush, it wasn't just a career move, it was the alignment of philosophy and discipline. Peart approached music with almost scholarly intensity, treating drumming as a craft that demanded lifelong study. That mindset set him apart, but it also placed immense pressure on himself to constantly improve. What many fans overlook is how deeply introspective Peart was. He was not comfortable with celebrity, rarely gave interviews, and resisted being idolized. While his lyrics explored grand themes like freedom, science, and individuality, they were often reflections of his own internal questions. As Rush grew larger, Peart paradoxically withdrew further, using writing and travel as ways to process the weight of public life. The most complicated chapter of his story came through personal tragedy. Losing both his daughter and wife within a short span shattered his sense of purpose. Instead of turning to music immediately, Peart disappeared from the public eye, choosing solitude and long-distance motorcycle journeys as a form of survival. Those years were not about escape, but about reconstruction, learning how to live again when the identity he once knew no longer existed. Peart eventually returned to music, but he was changed. His playing became more restrained, more intentional, reflecting maturity rather than technical dominance alone. He openly acknowledged that mastery was never complete, even after decades at the top. This humility confused some fans who expected unwavering confidence, but it revealed the depth of his character. Peart believed growth required vulnerability, even when success suggested otherwise. Another misunderstood aspect of his life was his relationship with the band itself. While Rush was known for its unity, Peart maintained emotional distance, valuing personal boundaries. That separation wasn't coldness, it was self-preservation. He needed space to remain creative and grounded, especially after experiencing how fragile life could be. In his later years, Peart quietly stepped away from the spotlight, prioritizing health, family, and peace. He didn't announce his exit with grand statements or farewell tours framed around himself. Instead, he allowed the music to conclude naturally, consistent with a life lived on his own terms. Even his passing reflected that